There's been this growing perception lately that we've reached the end of small cars being the choice for buyers in the $20,000 to $30,000 price range, with subcompact and compact crossovers dominating the roadways. But there's been one car that's weathered the storm, and in fact is as popular today as it was 15 years ago, and that is the Honda Civic. This small sedan is one of those cars you've either driven or have owned in the past, or you currently know someone who has one. And thanks to its tradition and long history of being reliable, affordable, and practical, the Civic nameplate has lived on. Now on its 11th generation, the Civic is back with new looks and modern tech to draw in a new wave of consumers, while at the same time distancing itself from rivals like the Toyota Corolla. So here are 5 reasons why you should buy a 2022 Honda Civic. The Honda Civic has always been known for being fuel efficient, but as time has gone on with the rise of crossovers, practicality is often a subjective term, especially for small cars. And if you're the type of person who doesn't want to buy or need an HR-V or any subcompact SUV, the Civic for 2022 just might be the perfect daily driver. Whether you go with a sedan or a very small crossover, interior room is going to be a concern. You're not going to be loading up the family and going on a weekend road trip. However, the second row seating area was surprisingly spacious for what the Honda Civic is. There's a good amount of shoulder room, and legroom wasn't that bad if you're an average size adult. Trying to squeeze a third person in the center won't be possible, but for a family of 4, it's definitely doable. For rear cargo space, the Civic sedan will provide 14.8 cubic feet of rear cargo space, which will be better than most vehicles in this segment. But if you wait for the hatchback, you have 24.5 cubic feet of room to pretty much outclass all competitors. Now keep in mind that with the Civic being a compact sedan, it's not going to be the most conducive vehicle on the market if you have a family. But if you live in the city and don't need the extra space, the Civic is going to offer enough practicality. For fuel efficiency, you can expect to receive right around 31 miles per gallon in the city and 38 miles per gallon on the highway. So if you're looking to save money in the long run by not stopping at the gas station as frequently if you owned a crossover, then the Civic is the way to go. Vehicles have evolved over time with the introduction of technology, and as that technology becomes more mainstream, we begin to see that aspect getting integrated into the interiors of vehicles we drive every day. However, almost as captivating as some of the digital additions to the cabin is the simplistic and overall minimalism of the dashboard layout that not only makes the front seating area appear to be more spacious than competitors, but also higher quality than what we expect from compact cars. While the infotainment system is primarily buttonless to reduce clutter, you'll still have physical dials for the dual-zone climate control and buttons for the AC and 3-level heated seats to balance an analog and futuristic design seamlessly. If you offer the touring trim, you'll receive a fully digital gauge cluster to modernize the interior. But even better is that the resolution and quality is on par with Volkswagen's digital cockpit. However, it's not as in-depth and functionality is limited, much like the user interface. Despite Honda changing gears and embracing an interactive interior and moving away from an outdated design, older consumers who traditionally return to the Civic nameplate are going to find themselves right at home behind the wheel, which is why there's so much enthusiasm towards the 11th generation. Often overlooked and not expected for smaller sedans is ride quality and a driving experience that far outperforms the price tag of the car you're driving. Yet, the biggest surprise for the 2022 Honda Civic is just how enjoyable it is to cruise around town or on back roads, as you now have a sense that this sedan is leaning towards an entry-level luxury feel, especially if you offer the touring trim. The interior layout contributes to the smoothness and enjoyable driving environment you find yourself in, but the softer suspension and lack of road noise elevates the premium feel as you travel to your destination. When it comes to performance, our Honda Civic had a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, which comes standard for the EX and Touring trims, that puts out 180 horsepower and 177 pound-feet of torque, but is unfortunately paired with a CVT, which is going to negatively affect accelerations and give you the constant droning as there's no gears like a traditional automatic. The Civic can get you up to speed quickly when getting on the highway, but where the sedan will perform best is in the city or suburbs, as its relaxed driving dynamics and quieter cabin will make road trips comfortable and pleasant. The Honda Civic, like most compact sedans, was never looked at as being state-of-the-art when it came to exterior designs throughout the generations, nor was it considered as refined as the Accord. When you're looking at a price range between $20,000 and $30,000, the old saying would remain true: you get what you pay for. Now that is in no way directed towards the outstanding reliability and track record the Civic has, but for the 11th generation and the 2022 model, we have a sedan that has a striking road presence and actually looks premium compared to the prior model years that use sharper body lines and more eye-catching aesthetics. The overall theme for the 2022 Civic is minimalism and drawing in a millennial consumer base, but in the process, Honda designed a car that shares some similarities with the Accord, as it dropped the Sportback-like C-pillars for a traditional sedan look, while also reshaping the taillights to be more conservative, and then back up front, they went with a classier and upscale fascia where all the elements that make up the appearance flow nicely together. Unlike competitors in this segment, the Civic stands out thanks to its grown-up demeanor, and while Honda has made it known that they're actively seeking younger buyers, the 11th generation is going to appeal to everyone, including owners of prior model years. In 2021, used car prices have been a topic of discussion among consumers, as inventory shortages continue to play a role in the rising costs for most cars. If you're in the market to buy right now, looking at some of the new options might be a great decision, and the 2022 Honda Civic has a very enticing price range, especially now with the amount of features and interior comfort you have available. When taking a quick glance at the 4 trim levels, the eye-catching option will be the EX, as it starts at $24,700, as you receive heated front seats, a power moonroof, blind spot detection, and the more powerful 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. The model we featured in our full review was the Touring, which for $28,300, you're receiving a lot of value at that price point. The standard technology, leather trim seats, and the overall design, whether it's the exterior or interior, certainly makes it one of the best cars in its segment, and worth paying extra over the current Toyota Corolla. Of course, the Civic is going up against some stiff competition, such as the Mazda 3 or Volkswagen Jetta, but when compared to other Japanese rivals like Toyota or Nissan, it's a standout, and in our opinion, feels more refined and higher quality. And that'll be important for the Civic as consumer demand has changed and goes well beyond efficiency or even pricing, as technology and styling have become points of emphasis as we start the first half of this decade. We hope you enjoyed this quick buyer's guide for the 2022 Honda Civic. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And if you're interested in buying a Honda Civic or any other compact sedan, make sure to check out our full reviews to help you find your next vehicle. And thanks for watching.